This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon, in the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose hot song That's On, top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo 3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy's legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back.
Yella Beezy ain't gonna be able to beat this trial. The Fed said that trial boy Freddie, he was shocked that old girl actually got caught after so many years, because old girl, she was the main one on the highway. She saw everything go down, and she was the one who actually stepped foot 10 toes down on the crime scene. Now, trial boy Freddie, he was on the scene too, and he was riding past. Now, keep in mind, it was Banzo Bling, it was Devin Brown. They said that it was a couple more other people on that highway too. Now, keep in mind, the girl who got caught, that was Yella Beezy's cousin. And she bogus for what she did, because she was the one who went up there and took the pictures and sent them to Yella Beezy and them after everything was done, to let them know that Mo 3, it was over with. The shooter, the dude that they said who did it, Keywan White, he know he wrong, and they finna put him under the jail for what he did to Mo 3. He should have never went out there, and they got the fingerprints of him touching the weapon. They got the fingerprints in the evidence file waiting to trial so that they can be able to convict this man. Now keep in mind, he kept on acting like he ain't had nothing to do with it, but it all came out and it showed the exact key players up in this chess game. Everybody knew for a fact Mo 3 did what he did. He went and slid on a lot of people. He did a lot of dirt, but at the end of the day, Mo 3, he get excused for all the stuff that he did, because it took so many people to plot against this man. They said that Rainwater, he knew that that was Yella Beezy's cousin. By Yella Beezy's cousin going out here and putting her life on the line, it goes to show that she didn't care about what was going on. She just wanted the money. Now, keep in mind, they said that Errol Spence, he didn't like the way that Bubba and Mo 3 kept sliding on him. And this is the reason why Mo 3 made that song Jumping Out the Gym. By Mo 3 making that song Jumping Out the Gym, it made it to where it was actually a diss song against Errol Spence. Now, a lot of people know who he is. Banzo Bling know who he is. He's the dude who actually lived in the same building with Mo 3. They were supposed to be cool, but they fell out. Like at the end of the day, and we already know how people is. They said that Errol Spence, he felt that, you know, it was a diss song. He took it as a diss. Now, you can't get mad at him for taking it as a diss, but you could get mad at the fact that why did you have to sneak and throw a rock and hide your hand, knowing for a fact that Mo 3 would have preferred for y'all to address him face to face. No hiding behind nothing, because they hide behind people. And everybody know the feds ain't gonna play no games. And the way that they picked that girl up, she thought that she was gonna get away with it, all because they questioned Devin Brown and they questioned Jossie Banks. Now keep in mind, Mo 3 left from Jossie Banks' house. Rainwater, he kept calling Mo 3. Once he kept calling Mo 3, all he kept saying was like, man, why is Rain so thirsty to know where I'm at, when I just told him a couple hours ago where my exact location was. Now keep in mind, the feds, they got everything written down. The feds said that, oh girl, she told it all. And she said that Yella Beezy snitched on Devin Brown. That's how they was able to catch up with him. Everybody know for a fact that Rainwater a snake. Rainwater, he set up Mo 3. Drop the ones down in the comment section if you feel that Rainwater set up Mo 3. Drop the 222s down in the comment section if you're a fan of Mo 3. I know for a fact that Mo 3, he ain't like the way that they took out Bubba, so he kept on applying pressure. Next thing you know, the Fed said that they've been tracking they little rival that they've been having for all these years. They've been tracking that for a long time. They want to get down to the bottom of the crime that's going on in Dallas now. Everybody knew Mo3 name was mentioned in the most deadliest and the most wanted person. Now, I want y'all to know Mo3, he was sliding on them. They didn't know who was doing it at first until they started seeing people snitching and people started telling and saying that, yeah, listen to this song. They playing Mo3 songs. Keep in mind, they listening to GRC songs too. GRC is who Banzo Bling and Jose Bodega and the rest of them, that's who they siding with. And by Banzo Bling them making them songs dissing Mo3, come on now, it was all subliminal. They got pictures of Jose Bodega and Yellow Beezy and Banzo Bling in the same room. Everybody know for a fact what that mean. Everybody know exactly who played a part in that. Like, they bogus for what they did, man. Because they knew for a fact that all of them was connected and all of them was cool. Banzo Bling knew that that black car that was behind his, that was them people in there, boy. And at the end of the day, oh girl, she knew that she shouldn't have never even been on that highway with them guys. You should never get in no man's business. Like, at the end of the day, she bogus for what she did. And she had this little smile and little smirk on her face when they got her. Oh girl, she wanted to make sure Mo3 was gone so she can be able to call back to Buddy and them. Like, come on now. Boosie already know for a fact that if Mo3 was still here right now, they'd be just like this. Boosie would be right there with Mo3, taking care of business, making songs. Mo3, he was hiding the streets. He was doing his thing, but everybody know for a fact Mo3 music got him in a situation. Hit the like button if you feel that Mo3 music got him in a tight bind to the point where Yellow Beezy now felt disrespected every time he dropped a good song. Now, even if Mo3 was talking positive or negative on the song, it didn't matter because it was still a hit. Regardless of what went down, Yellow Beezy said that Keywan White, he said that he didn't pay Keywan White, but everybody, including Queen 88 and the rest of them, they kept on saying some dude named Sean G was the one who got the money from Yellow Beezy. So it's like a contradiction of what they got going on because they blaming it on each other now. Yellow Beezy told on dude, Banzo Bling, he kept saying, talk to the girl. Which girl you want to talk to? Like, at the end of the day, you supposed to talk to the girl who Mo3 left her house. Now, I don't want to believe that Jossie Banks had something to do with it, but Jossie Banks, she's one of the main persons who they was able to get up with Mo3 over there on her side of town at her house. Hit the like button if you feel that Jossie Banks has something to do with it. Now, I don't know how true that is, allegedly. I know for a fact that Jossie Banks is a person, she stay to herself and she take care of her kids and do what she got to do. She don't be all that mess, but her baby daddy do. Now, keep in mind, her baby daddy is a part of GRC. He right there with Yellow Beezy and the rest of them. Now, keep in mind, Yellow Beezy got pictures with Jose Bodega and Banzo Bling standing right in the back of him. So you can't say that Devin Brown don't know Yellow Beezy. Trap Boy Freddy said that, oh girl, she better not say nothing else. Oh girl, she telling it all. She letting them know exactly what went down on that highway. And everybody know for a fact it was somebody else who got hit up in the arm. Dude, he survived and he ended up, making it through this situation. He healed from this. But Mo3 family still ain't healed, man. Mo3 family sitting back, they want justice for Mo3. They want to actually sit back and find out if they gonna actually convict Yellow Beezy of what happened now. I know Yellow Beezy going through his own trauma and stuff like that, but Mo3, his family, they still grieving right now. And I would like to send my condolences out to Mo3 family. And I would like to send my condolences out to Mo3. He ain't deserve to get dead like that regardless of what he did. He hit up Yellow Beezy truck 5 times and then he made a song about it. Yellow Beezy ain't know who did it. Next thing you know, Yellow Beezy, he instantly go out there and he asking questions all through the hood. They end up saying, listen to this song. Mo3 did it. That's when Trap Boy Freddy kept saying, I knew that boy did it. Like, at the end of the day, you can't get mad at Yellow Beezy for doing what he did, but you got to watch the back door because they knew, they followed Yellow Beezy all the way to that highway. Now keep in mind, it's the same scenario. Mo 3 got hit up on the highway and Yellow Beezy got hit up on the highway. Yellow Beezy, his music was popping a little bit, but then next thing you know, his music died down. Mo 3 just instantly shoot right past him. Mo 3 was getting money and singing at the same time. Mo 3, he had them shook. He was terrorizing the whole city. Like, at the end of the day, anybody who was connected to Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, any one of them, he was sending them boys out there, or he was doing it himself. See, this is the problem. Yellow Beezy and them couldn't do it themselves. Only Trap Boy Freddy was able to do it. You feel me? Trap Boy Freddy, he rode with some of his homies. He went and slid and did what they did, but we know for a fact Yellow Beezy was scared. You can't put two hitters in the same room and think that they not gonna either get into it or get along. The company that you keep, it will either make you or break you. I know for a fact that Rainwater set up Mo 3 all because they saying it all through Dallas, and I know that they ain't gonna just sit there and say that Rainwater set up Mo 3 for no reason. No, they know exactly what went down, and old girl about her getting locked up, she telling everything and all the information coming out. I want to see what them text messages was looking like that she was texting back and forth, because they said that it was a second party that she was talking to while the incident was going on around in that time frame. This is a sad situation, man. I want everybody to know Mo 3 shouldn't have got did like that, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Mo 3. Let me know if you feel that this is going to eventually lead to, when they go to court, everything going to actually come out about the motive behind all this, because it ain't just about no girl. Hit the like button if you're a fan of Mo 3. Subscribe to the channel.